guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Audrey. I'm a 21-year-old Colorado real estate agent. And today's video is going to be all about budgeting for commission-based jobs. As many of you may or may not know, realtors usually make their money through commissions, which means you're not always getting paid bi-weekly, monthly. Basically, you're never guaranteed a paycheck. So this video is going to be all about how to budget through the times that you're not getting paid to get you through to the next time you are getting paid. So a little bit about me. I worked a 9-to-5 until I was 20. I went full-time in real estate last April. Basically, I just took the leap, and sometimes that's just what you have to do. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 3 different kinds of bank accounts you should have as an independent contractor or salesperson, somebody that's only getting paid through commission. The first one that you should have is a checking account. This is where all your basic transactions will go through, so your mortgage, your car payment, groceries, gas, all that stuff. This account is the one that you're not gonna have all of your money in. The second account, which I think everybody should have, but it's very important for commission-based job titles, is a savings account, and this is where most of your money should be. My rule of thumb is whenever I get a commission, I put all of it into my savings account except for 25%. And the 25% is going to go into the third bank account, separate tax account that you never ever touch until tax season. If you're a realtor or whatever other kind of job title you have, you're probably on a 1099, which means your taxes aren't being taken out of every paycheck you make throughout the year, which means you have to set aside money on your own to pay taxes at the end of the year. The 25% that we talked about taking out of your paycheck earlier, that 25% is going to go into this separate tax account. And the cool thing is you shouldn't have to pay 25% of all your commissions for taxes. You should be able to give yourself a little return at the end of the year once you pay your taxes. It's kind of like you're still getting a tax return. The number one thing that my dad always taught me about money is to pay yourself first. So that means putting all your money into savings, setting aside money for taxes, but when you need money, you can always transfer from your savings. And that's how I've found saving money works best for me. So we're gonna be getting into the being frugal part now. So when you're on a commission-based salary, it's really hard, especially when you're a realtor, because you see all of these big checks coming in, but they're not consistent necessarily. It's really important to not be buying new clothes all the time and limiting the amount of Amazon packages that come to your doorstep. It's a hard thing to get used to, especially if you're used to getting paid bi-weekly or every month. You really have to save up until your next commission, because otherwise you're screwed. A huge part that played into me going full-time as a realtor at 20 years old was having a decent cushion. So I'd been saving for a while because I knew this was a step that I wanted to take in the future. And so I really just worked on saving as much money as I could, because I knew going into this job that I wasn't going to be getting paid all the time. So having a decent cushion is extremely important when you are working a commission-based job. Another huge part that plays into this is knowing how to save until you get your next commission. It can be hard because you get a big paycheck and you're like, oh, I can finally order this and this and this. It's not logical, and it's not necessarily smart either. So the nice thing about being a realtor is that usually the checks come in big. The other hand of that is that you have to save most of it until you get your next paycheck again, and still working on building that decent cushion to keep you through, because you never know when you're gonna get paid again. It can sound scary, but the return is a great reward. You gain lots of things from working a commission-based job, including time freedom, not having to clock in at a certain time every day, taking off whatever hours you want, however much time you want a year. You are only getting paid based on how you're building your business. If you're only putting in a couple hours a week towards your business, you're gonna see only a couple hours a week in your bank account. If you're putting lots of hours in behind the scenes, after hours, you're gonna definitely see that return in your bank account. So there are pros and cons, but but if you can figure out how to find balance, you're gonna be Gucci. Even though realtors and other people that work a commission-based job aren't always getting paid, there are ways that you can make residual streams of income, renting out Airbnbs to having long-term rentals and utilizing social media through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All of those things play a huge part into not only building your business, but helping you succeed in the long term, because sometimes you will go a long time without getting a paycheck. It's nice to have other little streams of income to help you through those times, keep your decent cushion, and to prepare you for your next paycheck. If you are thinking about becoming a realtor or getting into any other kind of commission-based job, I hope this helped you. If you have any other questions, just leave them down below in the comments section. Other than that, please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at realestatebabe.co. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!